Let's take a quick look at the rear panel of the MPC Live. I'm going to start on the far right and work my way all the way over to the left. At the far right, you have your power switch. It simply turns the MPC Live on and off. To the left of that, you have your power input. This is where you connect your power adapter. Alternatively, you can power your MPC Live via the USB port only, but the display will be disabled. You can also power your MPC with the internal battery. And speaking of which, there's a charging indicator located in the vent above the power button. It will turn on when the MPC Live's internal battery is charging. Next, you have your USB-B port. Use the included USB cable to connect from this port to the USB port on your computer to send and receive MIDI and audio data. Next, you have two USB-A ports that you can use to connect USB flash drives, USB hard drives, or even charge your iPhone. Next, you have two standard 5-pin MIDI in connections and two standard 5-pin MIDI out connections to connect your MPC to external MIDI devices like synthesizers and drum machines. Above your MIDI connections, you have an SD card slot to access files from your standard SD and SDHC cards directly into your MPC Live. Next, you have your 1/4-inch line level inputs. Next to the line level inputs are your RCA phono level inputs, allowing you to connect the turntable directly into the MPC for sampling. Next is the grounding terminal for use with turntables that have a grounding wire. Underneath the grounding terminal is the line phono switch. You would set this switch to the appropriate position depending on which inputs you want to use. If you're using the RCA inputs, you'll switch it to phono. If you're using the 1/4-inch inputs, switch it to line. Beside that, you have the recording volume knob. You will turn this knob to adjust the volume of your inputs when sampling. Above the recording volume is your Kensington lock slot. You can use this to secure your MPC to a table or another surface so it's not stolen. Next are your 6 outputs for the MPC Live. Your master outputs left and right, outputs 3 and 4, and outputs 5 and 6. Next to that, you have your stereo headphone output with a standard 1/8-inch connection. And finally, you have your master volume knob. This can be used to adjust the volume to the outputs and to your headphones.